find the dimension of the speed. So speed, formula of the speed will be defined as distance upon time. Distance upon time. So distance is also a length, and length is represented as SI unit as L. L upon time is represented as the T. This T go to the upper side, it will be gives LT to the power minus 1. But m mass term is not represented here. So what we write? We can write m to the power 0. This is the dimension of the speed. Okay. Now we can also find the dimension of the velocity. Speed and velocity have the very same dimension. There is only one difference. The velocity is the vector quantity and speed is the scalar quantity. So speed will also defined as displacement upon time, and displacement is also a length, so L, and time will be T. This will be also gives the LT to the power minus 1 and m to the power 0. This is the dimension of the velocity. Okay. Now come to the point. Velocity we have already defined. Dimension of the acceleration. Accelerations will be defined as rate of change of velocity with respect to time. This is the formula of your acceleration, rate of change of velocity with respect to time. So rate of change of velocity dimension we have already defined as LT to the power minus 1 divided by the time. So we will get what we have supposed to do. This T will go to the numerator side and the sign of the T will be the change. So it will be LT to the power minus 2 and m to the power 0. This is the dimension of the accelerations. Okay. Okay. We have already find the dimension of the accelerations. Now we have to find the dimension of the force. Force will be defined as force. Force will be defined as mass into acceleration. Okay, this is the formula of the force. Listen dear, I have already stated that if you define any dimensions, you will be know about the formula of any physical quantity. If you define two dimension of any physical quantity, first thing you will be noted that you have already know the formula about of that. So force will be defined as mass into the accelerations. Mass will be represented as m and acceleration will be LT to the power minus 2. Okay, it will be gives mLT to the power minus 2. This is the dimension of the force, and the dimension of the force was the very important for the dimension of 11th as well as 12th. So if you want to remember that, you must be remember the dimension of the force. Okay, on basis of it you can define the many dimensions if you practice more and more. Okay, so dimension of the force. Now the dimension of the work. So work is defined as force into displacement. Force into displacement. Okay, so force, write the dimension of the force. Force will be mLT to the power minus 2 and displacement will be the L. So what we have, we will be get m L cross L, L square and T to the power minus 2. Okay, this is the dimension of the work. Work is defined as force into displacement, and dimension of the force is mLT to the power minus 2. Displacement is cross L, mL square T to the power minus 2. Okay. Now work we have already defined. Now define to the pressure. Pressure will be defined as force, perpendicular force upon per unit area. Okay, this is the formula of the pressure. Pressure is defined as perpendicular force upon area. Suppose that if the pressure is applied on the board, so pressure perpendicular on this board and area divided by the area, this is called the pressure. So write the dimension of the force. Force will be defined as ml T to the power minus 2 and divided by area. Area is the length cross breadth. So L cross L, it will be the L square divided by the L square. So now what we'll be getting right now, we have seen that there is 2L, L square in the denominator and L is the numerator. So 1L and L will be the cancels. So we'll be get this L go to the numerator side and the sign of the L will be the converted to positive to negatives. So it will be give to m L to the power minus 1 and T to the power minus 2. Okay. So this is the dimension of the pressure. Okay. Okay. Very good. So we have defined the dimension of the work, dimension of the force, dimension of the pressure. Okay. So come to the next quantity. We have another quantity. We have the many quantity right now. So if we talk about the time period, okay, time period is dimension of the time period will be the t. Okay. Now frequency will be defined as, formula of the frequency will be defined as 1 upon time period. Okay. So time period, the dimension of the time period is the t. So frequency will be 1 by t. It will be gives t to the power minus 1. So we have seen that m and l is the terms of m and l will be the 0. So we can write m to the power 0 and l to the power 0. That will be, it is the dimension of the in the terms of MLT. Okay. So frequency we have already defined as. Now angle will be defined as arc upon radius. Okay. Angle will be defined as arc upon radius. So arc is also a length, radius is also a length. So this will be the L upon L. It will be cancel out. L upon L, it will be the 1. Okay. Arc is also a radius, arc is also a length, and radius is also a length. And in a SI unit, length will be measured at L. This is also L and this is L. L cancel to each other and it will be get the 1. So angle will be the dimensionless quantity. Okay. So you have seen that many physical quantity which has the dimensionless. It has a unit but it has no any dimensions. So angle is one of them which have the no dimensions. Okay. Why it has no dimensions? Because we have seen that numerator upon denominator will be the same and it will be the cancel out to each other and we will get the 1. Okay. So this is the angle. Okay. Now come to the next point, angular velocity. Angular velocity will be defined as angle upon time. Okay. So angle, we talk about the angle has the dimensionless. So dimension of the angle will be the 1. So 1 upon t. This is the dimension of angular velocity, and this t go to the numerator side. The sign of the t will be converted to positive to negative. It will be the t to the power minus 1, m to the power 0 and l to the power 0. This is the final dimension of the angular velocity. Okay, good. Very good. Now come to the dimension of angular velocity, angular accelerations. Okay, angular accelerations. Angular acceleration is the defined as, formula of angular acceleration is angular velocity divided by the time. So we have already defined the dimension of angular velocity. We have got t to the power minus 1 divided by time, so it will be get t to the power minus 2, m to the power 0 and l to the power 0. This is the dimension of the angular accelerations. Okay, so we have already defined as surface tensions. Okay, surface tension is defined as force upon length. Okay, so write the dimension of the force. This is the formula of the surface tensions. Force upon length. Surface tension is a property of the liquid that is try to minimize their shapes. Okay, so surface tension is force upon length. You will be study about in the second of your physics of 11th class. Surface tension, force upon length. Okay, so write the dimension of the force. Will be get the final dimension of the surface tension. Dimension of the force will be mlt to the power minus 2 and length will be the L. So we have seen numerator and denominator both have the L. So L should be cancelled and we will get mt to the power minus 2. This is the dimension of the surface tension. Okay, another dimension related to surface energy. This will be defined as work upon area. Okay, so write the dimension of the work. If you forget the dimension of the work, then what we are supposed to do? Nothing to learn about that. आपको कुछ भी रटना नहीं है. You have only understand about the process. How we define the dimensions. कैसे हम dimensions को निकाल रहे हैं? You have to only think about the process to how to define the dimensions. Okay? आपको कुछ भी रटना नहीं है. ऐसा नहीं कि आप कोई चीज़ को रट लो, वर्क का या फोर्स का, एनी डायमेंशन, किसी कोई भी डायमेंशन आपको रटना नहीं है. इफ यू फॉरगेट द डायमेंशन ऑफ द वर्क, देन you can write work is the formula of the work will be defined as force multiplied by displacement. Okay, this is the formula of the work. So we have not the dimension of the force का डायमेंशन आप केवल याद रख लो. ओके, बाकी सारे डायमेंशन आप इसे निकाल सकते हैं. सो वर्क विल बी डिफाइंड एज फोर्स इंटू डिस्प्लेसमेंट अपॉन एरिया विल बी द L square. Okay, so write the dimension of the force, we will get the dimension and multiply the dimension of the displacement divided by the area, you will be get the dimension of the surface energy. Okay, so force will be defined as mlt to the power minus 2. This is the dimension of the force multiplied by displacement will be represented as L, this is the length, and area will be represented as L square. Okay, so this L should L be cancelled right now, and this L go to the upper side, the sign of the L will be changes right now. Okay, so we can write, one second, this L will be L cancelled, and this L also can cancel to this L, so we'll be get the mt to the power minus 2. Okay, so this is the dimension of the surface energy. Okay, now come to the next physical quantity. There are many physical quantity we have. You can derive the dimension of any physical quantity. Okay, you can derive dimension of any physical quantity. This is the process and this is the formula that we are deriving the dimension of any physical quantity. First thing will be stated in your mind. If you define the dimension of any physical quantity, that will be know about the formula, that how it is related to the physics. Okay, write the formula and use the fundamental units, 7 fundamental units, representative units, and multiply both of them, you will be get the final answer of dimensions. Okay, okay, so come to the point, velocity gradient. Velocity gradient will be defined as velocity upon time, velocity divided by the time. Okay, so dimension of the velocity will be the Lt to the power minus 1 divided by the time t. So this t will go to the upper side, the sign will be the change, and t to the power minus 1 पहले से एक t to the power minus 1 और चला गया, it will be t to the power minus 2. So Lt to the power minus 2 and m to the power 0. This is the dimensions of velocity gradient. Okay, now comes the point, pressure gradient. Pressure gradient. Pressure gradient is defined as the very same time, pressure upon time. Pressure upon time. So we have already write the dimension of the pressure. अगर प्रेशर का डायमेंशन आप भूल भी गए हो, so you can derive the dimension of the pressure. Okay, pressure will be defined as force upon area, force perpendicular upon area, or multiply by time. Time will be rest below right now. Okay, so write the dimension of the force and divided by area across time will be get the dimension of the pressure gradients. So force is the dimension mlt to the power minus 2, area will be defined as the L square, and time will be the t. So this L should be L cancel, this t go to the upper side and this L also go to the upper side, the sign of the both L and t will be the change. So m L to the power minus 1 and t to the power minus 3. This is the dimension of the pressure gradient. Okay, good. We can derive the dimension of any physical quantity using this formula. This is the way and this is the process that we have derived the what dimension of any physical quantity. Okay, so I thought you will be understand about that, how to define the dimension of any physical quantity. Okay, so in class we have already some physical quantity which is related to the 10th class. So come to this point, 12th. If we talk about the 12th, so if we talk about the 12th, in 12th we have the charge, current, capacitor, inductance, resistance, electrical potential. This term will be introduces to the 12th. Okay, so first thing will be understand the charge, and charge will be represented as the Q. Current will be represented as the I. Okay, resistance will be represented as the R. Electrical potential will be represented as the V. Capacity and resistance, very physical quantity we have. We have many physical quantity according to the 12th syllabus. But if you know about the 3 or 4 physical quantity, you will be find the dimension of the some physical quantity. Okay. So first thing, find the dimension of the charge. Okay. We find the dimension of the charge. So charge is defined as charge. Q is defined as I into T. Okay. I into T. How it will came from? It will came from rate I. I will be defined as Q upon T. So current in any conductor will be defined as the rate of flow of the charge per unit time. Rate of flow of charge per unit time is called the current. Okay. So then Q will be I cross T. So write the dimension of the I and T will be get the dimension of the charge. So I is represented as a SI unit will be the ampere A, and time will be represented as the T will be get A cross T, AT. This is the dimension of the charge. Clear? Very good. This is the dimension of the charge. Okay. Now come to the next point. Dimension of the charge. A cross T will be get the dimension of the charge will be A cross T. Now come to the points electrical potential. Electrical potential. Electrical potential will be represented as the V, and V is defined in the physics work per unit charge. Okay, work per unit charge. So electrical potential is also called EMF or electrical potential or potential difference. All these things will be the same quantity. Okay, so electrical potential, it is represented as V, EMF, battery EMF or potential difference. All these three terms are the very same kind of, and this is defined in the physics as a work per unit charge. It is considered in physics that the work per unit charge, it means if we take a positive test charge is infinity, place the charge at the infinity and took this charge to come into the place of any points, that we have to do some work, and according to this potential difference, the work per unit charge is called the potential difference. Okay, so you will be study about in 12. So potential difference is defined as work per unit charge, work. So write the dimension of the work. If you forget the dimension of the work, then you can force multiplied by displacement. Okay, divided by the charge Q. Force is ml t to the power minus 2 multiplied by displacement. Displacement is defined as the L, and charge of dimension will be A T. We have already defined the dimension of the charge. Okay, so numerator side will be go to the upper side, and then we get the final calculations, will we get the final answer. So m L t to the power minus 2. So L cross L, it will be the L square, and AT. A and T will be go to the upper side, it will be the minus sign, A to the power minus 1, T to the power minus 1. Now we will be get the final answer, m L square T to the power minus 3 and A to the power minus 1. This is the dimension of the electrical potential V. Okay, this is the dimension of the electrical potential or potential difference or EMF, anything, so you can say that right now. Okay, good, clear? So this is the dimension of the electrical potential or potential difference. If you study in 12, all these things will be studied in the 12. Okay, so do not be getting panic or do not be getting pressure right now in your mind. All these things will be evaluated in your minds when you studying about the chapter wise. We have seen that many formula will come in the every chapter. So if you completed to 4 or 5 chapter, you have the at least 20 to 25 formula in your mind. Then you will be get the easy formula, find the dimension of the any physical quantity. So because the to find the dimension of any physical quantity, you have the necessary to know about the formula. If you know the formula, then you can find the dimensions of any physical quantity. Okay, so this is the basic necessity that you will be know about the formula. Okay, good. Now come to the another एक और physical quantity, उसके बारे में बात कर लो, resistance. Resistance will be defined as V equals to I into R. So R will be V upon I. Okay, So find the value of the V and divided by the I will be get the dimension of the R. So we have already defined the dimension of the V, potential difference. This will be the M L square d to the power minus 3 and a to the power minus 1 divided by I. I will be represented as ampere, so it will be A. Okay, I will be represented as I unit as ampere, so this A will be go to the upper side, sign will be also changed, it will be ml square t to the power minus 3 and a to the power minus 2. This is the dimension of the resistance R. Okay, this is the dimension of the R. So any physical quantity you can derive the dimensions. Okay, no problem. Only one thing that you will be ready about to know the formula, then you can use the formula and find the dimensions of any physical quantity. Okay, very good, cool. समझ में आ रहा है? यही आपका प्रोसेस है डायमेंशन निकालने का. किसी भी डायमेंशन आप निकाल सकते हैं. डू नॉट वरी अबाउट दैट. सो देयर इज आल्सो सम कांस्टेंट विल बी आस्क्ड टू फाइंड आउट द डायमेंशंस. देयर इज फेमस कांस्टेंट, gravitational constant, dielectric constant, Planck constant. Okay, so there is many constant right now. So we another talk about the constant. We can talk about the gravitational constant, capital G. Find out the dimension of the capital G. Okay, so this is the big dimension, complex dimension, but do not worry, you have only go to the process that I will be stated right now. Okay, so follow the same process. First, write the formula of the gravitational constant G, which involve it. So we everybody know that F gravitational will be the capital G m1 cross m2 divided by the r square. Okay, this is the formula of the gravitational force. Newton Sahab stated this formula, and every body attract to each other due to their mass. Where G is the gravitational constant. Gravitational constant. Or you can say universal gravitational constant. Universal gravitational constant. So find the dimension of the G. This is a very interesting and many times it will ask in competition as well as the paper. So what we supposed to do? F G, this R square go to the right hand side, left hand side, and it is then division. So when you go to the left hand side, it will be the multiply to the F. So F R square, and this M1 went to M2 will be come to the downside of the numerator side. It will be the M1 cross M2, and G will be the left over there. Okay, any problem? We find out the dimension of the G. So what we have supposed to do? Multiply R square to the this term, and this is the multiplication with G. Then this M1 M2 will come to the numerator side, denominator side multiplied by the G. Okay, so G will be the left and the right side. Now we can find the dimension of the G. Write the value of the force. So any kind of force, listen here, any kind of force, either electrostatic force, gravitational force, potential force, contact forces, non-contact forces, conservative force, non-conservative forces, any kind of force which have the same dimensions, mass into the accelerations. So put the value of the dimensions, m l t to the power minus 2. This is the dimensions of the force. R is the distance or radius, so it can be represented as L square. Okay, and this is divided by mass, m1 m2, m1 and m2 will be the m square. Okay, now what we supposed to do? Try to do some calculations. This m n will be the cancel, and this m go to the numerator side, the sign will be the change. So if you write here the dimension of this gravitational constant G will be the m to the power minus 1 L cross L, L cube, and t to the power minus 2. This is the dimension of the capital G. Okay, cool, easy. This is the very easy process. Okay, nothing to do anything extra. First thing, we write the formula of the gravitational force, then arrange the all these variables in the one side, and G will be the right hand side, and put the value of all this variable, you will get the dimension of the capital G. Okay, this is the very famous constant, capital G, gravitational universal gravitational constant, and it is the many times it's asked in the questions papers. Okay, so there is also a very similar constant which is asked many times and very important. Okay, you will be studying the 12th. dielectric constant. F electrostatic force is the similar force like as the gravitational force, and the formula is also the similar. So write the formula of the electrostatic force, K Q1 cross Q2 divided by the R square. Okay, K Q1 cross Q2 divided by the R square. So multiply this R square into the F, will be get F E into R square divided by this Q1 Q2 come to the denominator side, and K will be there left in the right hand side. Okay, what we will be do? We have nothing to do, was only we have to apply the some mathematics. Go R square in the left hand side, it will be going to the multiply with F. Q1 Q2 is the multiplication with the K, it will be come to the denominator side. Okay, now we can put the value of all this variable and we will be get the final answers. So write the value of the force, ml square ml t to the power minus 2, and R is the L square. Okay, divided by Q1 and Q2. Charge, we have already defined the dimension of the charge, Q1 as Q2. Q1 will be defined Q will be defined as I into T, and I will be represented at A and time will be the T. So Q1 will be AT and Q2 will be also AT. So what will be the answer? This goes to the upper side, ml square t to the power minus 2, and this a square t square will be go to the upper side, and the power will be changed to positive to negative because it will go to the upper side of the numerator. Okay, so this will be the a square t square, and the sign will be the change minus 2 and t will be the minus 2. Okay, so what will be the final value? We can write the final value. Okay, I will erase here. We can write the final value will be the m and L square and t to the power minus 2 and t to the power minus 2. It will be t to the power minus 4 and a to the power minus 2. Okay, this is the formula of the dimension of the F electrostatic, K dielectric constant K. Okay, this is the dimension of the dielectric constant K. Okay, so you can define the dimension of any physical quantity using this type of activity, using this type of methods. Nothing to learn, कुछ भी आपको रटना नहीं है. You have only understand the process to find out the dimensions. First thing will be consider in your mind, that will be ready about the formula, and then you write the formula and apply some mathematical calculation. Use some mathematical physical quantity and you can define the dimensions of any physical quantity. Okay, whole easy. This is the very easy process I will stated to you. Do not learn anything. कुछ भी आपको रटो मत, बस formula आपको याद रखो, formula आप use करो and will be get the final answer of your dimensions. Okay, so good day, take care and bye bye.